Yo, 10 shots, 6 blunts blowing through the session. Dragging on a split, free and dragging on a cliff. A MC in the booth, an assassin on the roof. I'm just waiting to shoot. Nigga, hurry up and die. Greatest truck of spares, you would think you had drama.
Ladies, only the ladies. Obviously, gentlemen, if you watch this, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But this is our Featherweight Wednesday show. And one of the things I want to talk about, obviously, you've seen, I just did one with about Paige because she's becoming a free agent. And I said my piece on it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Obviously, he feels completely otherwise. That's what makes this show that good, because when he doesn't like something, he says it. When I don't like something, I say it. But Sasha Banks is wanting out. I don't know if she's got her release. I like Sasha Banks. She talks a lot of shit. She's obviously related to Uncle Snoop. Snoop's one of my favorite artists of all time. So, Sasha Banks, free agent, hear me out before you go and you feel a certain way. But hold on. So, right now, we both disagree how Taya has become champ. There were 0 builds. She just came in, and the only thing that we know or we understand is that El Jefe said, I'm bringing Taya in for this match. Cool, I get that. Holiday, who has carried this division on her back, running through everybody, takes a loss to Taya. Taya becomes champ in one night. All right, were we feeling that? No. No one's knocking Taya. I'm a Taya fan. But at the same time, if I put a belt on somebody, I want that person to respect and actually showcase my title. I want it on their social media. I don't want it to be neglected. I feel it doesn't feel too important to be on Taya's social media, but that's just me. But now, if you bring in someone like Sasha Banks, who has a massive name, Sasha Banks comes in for 2 years, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, we got somebody who can talk, because, that's one thing that Sasha Banks do. She can talk with anybody. She's a good wrestler. So you sit there, you go, okay, this is the face of our division. We could grow with it. At that point, Sasha Banks is going against people like Brittany Blake, Holly Dead, Zoe Sky, Clara, Spanish girl she's going to be at Battle Riot.
Oh, Cassandra. Oh, I forgot her name too. Shit. Yeah, I did forget her name. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So you have her. You have N.W.A. We don't know. Yep. We do know actually that Scarlett Bordeaux will be wrestling. We don't know if it's a one-off. That's the only thing we don't know. But I think that Scarlett Bordeaux is actually going to surprise a lot of people with what she can do, because I don't remember if she wrestled in Impact Wrestling. I know she did Smoke Show, and NXT. She never wrestled. Okay, so NXT she never wrestled, and now you're like, okay, I do know her indie work, and I know she's a good wrestler. So now you're seeing her on MLW, so you're like, okay. Now, when you add somebody, if you added somebody like Sasha Banks, I think Sasha Banks' name value can take the featherweight to another division. I also think that other girls who might respect Sasha Banks, who have been around her, can go, you know what? Sasha Banks likes it there. Maybe I'll go there. And all of a sudden, Sasha brings one of her people, and the division keeps growing. And when Sasha Banks goes, you know what? I'm either done with this, or WWE, you owe me a lot more money now because you see what I could do without you. She can go back to WWE, make her name for what it is. Once again, one of the premier people, and it is what it is. But I think that she can actually take this division to another level.
I mean, supposedly, from all the rumors, she supposedly asked for her release. She was released. This is why, like I said, I don't do the crap sheets, because no one knows anything. The only person that will know something is the actual company, and Sasha Banks will tweet it. I'm no longer here, blah, 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 and then okay. But if we leave it to the dirt sheets, she's already been gone for a week, maybe 2 weeks. So no one knows what's going to happen with her, where she's going, whatever. If she wants to get that money and stay in the limelight, of course, it'll go AEW, where she'll get the mainstay for a couple of weeks, and then she'll disappear to Dark and Elevation or Rampage on Fridays with the baddies, and she'll become one of the baddies up there with the rest of the baddies. I can't remember all their names now. Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan and what's the
Jade Carter.
yeah. So she could be one of the members there and feud with Athena. Or she wants to wrestle and build somebody up, then you have your choice between three other companies: N.W.A, MLW, Impact. Wherever she'll go, she'll bring a fan base because she has a fan base. Only reason I know Sasha Banks is because she's cousins with Snoop. That's how I know Sasha Banks. I
So
never seen
legit.
anything special about her. I think she's a stick with she looks like a mop with the mop hair because she's a
Wow.
stick. I never seen anything special about Sasha Banks. The girl is the queen of botches. If you've seen a lot of her matches, she has one good match and then 10 botches the rest for the next for the 10 weeks. I don't see anything special about her. Never have, never will. But she does have a following, so people will follow her. So either she's
Hold on.
gonna stay where she's at.
Wait. My thing was is we seen Enzo have a lot of botches, and he's been very clean so far. In the sample size we've still seen, he's been very clean of what we see since leaving WWE.
Yeah, yeah, which happens. A lot of guys clean their shit up because they want to make every match their feel like the last match because they want to go back to WWE eventually. So they have to clean up their acts, to get that call again. But it all depends on what is going to happen with her. Everything right now is at a standstill because of the McMahon fiasco that's going on right now. A lot of cleaning up is being done right now. John Laurinaitis has been sent home. They sent him home. So the pebbles begin to fall down when he's gonna be the fall guy for this.
Well, they
Bruce Pritt,
also throw Kevin Dunn's name in it too.
who?
Kevin Dunn, they've thrown his name out there too.
Yeah, but nobody really cares about him because he's maybe his is just because of insider trading when he sold his stocks. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why his name's been mentioned. He had nothing to do with anything else. Other than he probably knew what's going to happen and say, I'm going to get my money and get the hell out of here. So that's what he did. But Bruce Pritchard is getting more power in the company. Stephanie is the intro CEO. Triple H is back to NXT. Nobody knows where Shane is, and nobody knows what happened to Linda. Like, are they even still married? After like 50 years, nobody knows anything about that. Nobody cares. Everybody's worrying about what's going to happen with this guy and where the money came from, and that's it. And hope maybe everybody's praying that if he's innocent or he's guilty of the money, that he's taking out of the whole power structure and that really changes. That's what everybody's hoping for. So right now, Sasha Banks or anybody else, that's in the back burner. We won't know till something decides to happen in the future. How long it's gonna take, nobody knows. I'll believe it when Sasha Banks says something or WWE says something. We've come to the release of her and we've reached her future endeavors or whatever. And okay, we know she's gone, but once that happens, or she could go to Hollywood because she looks like she could be a star out there. With her episodes in The Mandalorian season 2 that she was there. Now she got the acting bug, so she's only 30. She still looks good. Use your asses for what you can right now. Get that money. Become a big star in Hollywood. If the wrestling thing don't pan out and you don't love it anymore, get your bag somewhere else. Wrestling open the doors for other stuff. Use them. That's what it's there for. Use that catapult to move forward to something else. The Rock did it. A lot of Batista did it. A lot of people have been doing shit like that. So
Yeah. Listen, it's the smart play. Use these wrestling companies are going to use you. Use them. That's what it's coming down to. They want you to perform at a certain level, and you know what? When your platform starts to grow, at that point, you start understanding your market and you go elsewhere. Like you said, she was in The Mandalorian. She did her thing. I like Sasha Banks. I'm all for, you know where I'm from, so I'm all about that culture. And I think that she hits a demographic that hits me. I like the whole hip hop feel to her. I like the bling with the legit boss that she does and all that other stuff. Now, she does need to polish up her in ring. I'm not going to say no. That I'm going to give you. She has to polish up her stuff, but she's a better worker in WWE than when Enzo was. Enzo's looking good right now. He's training his ass off. Salute to him. I would love Sasha Banks and Legit Boss and MLW. I think we hit everything this week.
Another thing is this. How do you think she'll do outside of WWE? You know, she started back in 2007 training. By 2010, she was wrestling in an indie company for 2-3 years before she got snatched. The last 8-9 years, she's making her bag in one specific place where she actually grew up in. Do you want to take that back? You know, take that step backwards, because once you leave WWE, you're gonna take a step backwards unless you go to AEW and get that title back. Can you handle wrestling outside again from where you started to where you are now to then take a step backwards? Or shit, I gotta do my own traveling again. I gotta do this stuff in the indies again. You know, do they want to do stuff like that? A lot of these girls, you know, I don't think they can function once they hit that promised land to going back to something else, man. So that would be something for her. Will she be able to go back to something else like that?
I think the beautiful part about this that works in her favor, if she was to say, I think MLW works the best because I think they film a lot in a short time for a long period. And Impact, I think, is like they film for 1 month, they have that month, then they do another show, they have that. Where MLW films one set and they have like 2 months worth of stuff. So I think if she's smart, she sits back, she goes, damn, I do a few matches this week and I'm good for 2 months to work on, you know, just say she's back on The Mandalorian or, you know, she's doing something else. You tell whatever production set that you're going to be working with or modeling, whatever it is, I'm set at this date. These 3 days, I can't do shit. But you have me for 27, 28 days that I'm down to do whatever. And I think that at that point, she's easily can take advantage of that, work a few days here, and then I can do my movie work or my modeling or whatever else. Honestly, I think she should start a clothing line because I like her clothes, her style too. So whatever she wants to do, I'm all for it. But I think that MLW, not because we talk it, because I think that she do amazing in Impact Wrestling as well. But I think for what she might want to do going forward, I think that schedule is easy for her to just, I'll do this 2-3 days and I'm out. Like, it's that simple. It's just like you said, though, how do you go from the top of the totem pole to, you know, damn near the bottom? Because you have the indies and then you have N.W.A, MLW, Impact Wrestling, you know, and then you have, obviously, AEW is way above those three. And then, but AEW, I don't care what anyone says, is not close to WWE. It's the closest thing to it, but it's not close. It's nowhere near.
Like I said before, AEW will be considered a threat to WWE when they start pulling 2 million viewers per week, every Wednesdays, 2 million viewers for at least 3 months, 4 months or something. They have not been able to do that yet. They've been out for 3 years, going on 4 years. They do 1 million views here and here and here and here. Then they drop after that. You touching 1 million. That's awesome. That's Impact numbers. You know, Impact, MLW, N.W.A doing 1 million. Holy shit, we celebrate. You're AEW. You're the mini WWE starter set. You have everybody from there that left here. You should be doing 2 million viewers every week, and you're not. So something's still not kicking. You brought CM Punk back. That hasn't helped. You got a couple of million viewers when they hit Chicago here and here in the same cities, but he hasn't helped anything. So it's not going to be legit unless you start getting 2 million viewers per episode, which is not happening.
And what I'm going to say to people is the one thing I'll say, yeah, AEW, if I go into Walmart, you will find AEW action figures and belts and things like that. Salute. They got action figures. That is dope as shit, right? Much respect to you. But the thing is also, now I did a podcast on this network that we are talking on right now, and I just seen the timeline was 2 years ago where they were like, oh, next year we'll have the AEW video game. That was 2 years ago. Where's this AEW game? Why do you keep showing the same 5 screenshots? It was supposed to be Christmas, then next Christmas, and then now what? So
yeah, it's just like they want to hit that home run right from the beginning. Get the bugs out, work on everything. They don't want to send you no crappy shit just to meet a deadline, which is fine. But you can't be saying something and then, like you said, the same 5 screenshots, the same moves, the same people. So
that's my thing is, listen, we'll never tell anybody they fucked up for signing anywhere. Unless I really know the talent and something goes bad, then I'm like, damn, shit, bro, I wish it went better for you because I know the person. If we don't know the person, I don't give a shit. You sign a contract, your people looked at it. I don't feel bad when shit hits. Oh, like when people sit there and they shit on WWE, they didn't treat me right, blah, blah, blah. You've been hearing this for the last fucking 20 years. Why are you complaining now? You knew there was a chance that you were going to fall through the cracks like a lot of other people. And then,
yes.
but listen, I wasn't making this. You signed a contract. So you and your lawyer or your significant other, whoever is the person that your agent looked at this piece of paper and was like, nah, man, it wasn't what we thought it was. Why the fuck did you sign it? Stop the shit already. Like, you know what, my brother, before I get on a freaking aggravated tangent, like, you know what, we hit everything we wanted to hit. I'm going to hit up the guy Adam today. We're going to find out if we do this live or maybe we'll tease it and we'll do it next week live so we can kind of, get a feel for it. But listen, ladies, this is your Wednesday. It's all about your ladies. We out of here. Deuces.